Hello, Shamai, and welcome back to the Director of Football. Today we are starting a new season, and we all know what that means. Let's take a look at the transfers that have happened over the summer. It's not the end of August yet, so there could be a couple more transfers in the pipe. But as you can see, we have spent a total of £40.5 million. It's been a very big spending summer. And as we usually do, we'll start with the outs. Rangel and Leon Britton retiring. A few players released on a free. Kyle Bartley, probably the biggest name there. Thomas Glover left the club. He only joined just a season ago. Made three appearances even. And then he moved on for quite a lot more money. 2.3 million he went to Everton for. I was happy with that. I mean, we only paid, what was it, 800k for him. And we managed to sell him for 2.3 million and he hadn't really played. We also sold Nathan Dyer to Leeds United. He hadn't featured us for a long time, and he wasn't really ever going to feature again. He was getting on a bit, and it was time to move on. We got a lot of money for him. Very happy with that. Mike van der Hoorn did move on, and not a player I really wanted to see move. He hadn't featured for us. I didn't realise he'd only played 10 games in 2 seasons, but he's gone to League On with EN Avant de Ginkamp, if that's how you pronounce it. A few players went out on loan then, just the usual few. Hopefully they can come on a little bit this year. George Byers is probably got the best potential out of all these guys. And let's look at a few of the big names that left. Borja Baston went. He went to AC Milan. I mean, I wasn't that disappointed with him leaving because he never really kicked on here. He managed to score 12 goals in just 2 seasons for us. So he didn't have the best of time in South Wales. And now he's at AC Milan. So good on him for moving on. We also sold Gylfi Sigurdsson. He said he wanted to leave, and unfortunately we didn't get the money that Swans got in real life. He went to Roma. He also went to Italy, followed Borja Baston there, and we could get a fee of 15 million for him. I mean, he was a very good player for us. He saved us on a lot of occasions, and it would have been nice to keep him, but he was never really going to want to stay. You could tell that. But nonetheless, he's off. 15 million we sold him for. Unfortunately, we're going to be missing Gylfi Sigurdsson, but as you can see, we bought it in a lot of players. Some good quality players as well. The first player that came in, Rodrigo, Spanish winger. He is injured, I believe, so he's going to miss today's game, unfortunately. Very, very good quality player. We signed him from Celta Vigo. He did very well last year. 5 goals and 2 assists from the wing for Celta Vigo. A fee that could rise to 17.5 million. Our replacement then for Thomas Glover is Yevan DoF, a good goalkeeper, solid backup goalkeeper. He's only 18 years old and he's already good quality. So he's going to be a very good backup and maybe take over from Lucas Fabianski one day. Ronnie Lopez was kind of like a transfer saga. We bid once, he didn't want to come, and then we bid again, and here he is. Very happy with this guy. Ronnie Lopez, he's played a lot for the reserves in Monaco. Very highly regarded at Monaco. We paid 15 million for him. And he's a player behind the striker, but we're probably going to use him as an inside forward on the right. Mainly because, as you'll see, our formation has changed a little bit, like it always does. We're trying to go back to playing to wingers, mainly because of the players we bought in. We then bought in Dennis Zakaria from Young Boys, £7 million for him, possibly rising to 9.5. Decent midfielder backup right now to Jack Cork, but obviously he's got potential to increase and be our #1 defensive midfielder. One of the most exciting signs we've got is Andreas Pereira on loan from Manchester United. Last season he was at Nice. He only scored 3 goals and 1 assist in 28 games, but he has some very, very impressive stats, especially his free kick taking, 18 free kick taken. So he's going to be taking our free kicks this year. Again, a player who usually plays behind the striker, but I'm not really sure. He'd probably fit on the left wing, I think, for us. Very, very good player to get in on loan. We also got Vincent Sierra on loan, a good, solid central midfielder who'll probably be playing most games for us. And Alessandro Schöpf from Schalke as well. Only 2.7 million played for this guy. Very, very good player. He can play as an inside forward, I think, on the right. So him and Rodrigo, or I think it's, Ronnie Lopez. Him and Ronnie Lopez will be fighting over that right midfield spot. And our final signing so far is Callum Patson, the right back from Celtic. He's got good potential, so he's probably going to be playing for us ahead of Kyle Norton. I just feel like Kyle Norton's kind of like a waste. He's not going to improve that much. So today's game then, here we look at the friendlies. Just a quick look here. Not really much to talk about. We beat Banik Ostrava 1-0. We drew 1-1 with Dukla Prague. We lost 1-0 to this Turkish team. I'm not really sure who they are, and I'm not even going to try and say that. Ronnie Lopez and Rodrigo scored against Kidderminster for a 3-0 victory, and then we had 3 0-0 draws in a row. So today we face Everton in the first game of the season. It is a Monday night football, so everyone else has played. And as we take a look at the team for today, it is a fair more changes than they were last year. And the one position I'm really want us to sign more players in is up front, because right now the only out-and-out striker we have is Fernando Llorente. Rodrigo, Callum Paterson, and Thierry Pfuma can play. Obviously, Thierry Pfuma can play up front, but they're not very good quality at all. So I hope that Mike Ray will look to bring in a striker. So the team for today then, Fabianski stays in goals from last season. We have Callum Paterson, Bruno, Federico Fernandez and Ruben Duarte at the back. Jack Cork holds his position as the defensive midfielder, and Yaya Touré's got a new partner in Vincent Sierra in midfield. Our two wingers then are Alessandro Scherp on the right, and let's just switch him. We've got two inside forwards, so it's going to be a lot of support for Llorente as the wingers coming inside. We got Andres Pereira, Alessandro Scherp, and then Fernando Llorente up front as a target man. So here we go then, the first game of the season, also the first Monday night football of the season, and Liverpool have been absolutely battered by Spurs on the opening day of the season, it seems, by 7 goals. I didn't notice that. But a third season, here we go then. Well, the second season didn't go as well as the first, but it seems that the Premier League has got their coefficient up, and it's now the top 4 that go into the Champions League. Everton, slight favourites today, but I'd take a draw. As long as we don't lose in the opening day of the season, I'll be very happy indeed. So like I said, last season, not the best. We got to a cup final, and unfortunately we lost to Spurs. And the season before obviously was a lot better. The season we won the FA Cup and finished, I think it was in the top half of the table. That was an excellent first season, and we hope to replicate that today. Obviously, it's going to be a tough season because we've lost quite a lot of quality in our team as well. And we're almost at half-time already. There's a highlight just before half-time here. Touré with it. Gives it to Jack Cork. What can he do? Gives it to Pereira out on the wing. Pereira to Sierra. Sierra's got it. He runs into the box just about. He strikes it. It loops over. Wasn't the best finish. It looked like he scuffed it a bit. It looped over the goal. And it's out for a goal kick. The problem we have now is Fernando Llorente's not playing very poor. But we've only really got Ronnie Lopez to come on up front. We haven't really got much quality in terms of striker. We've got a lot of quality on the bench. We've got Gomalt, we've got Carroll, we've got Fur, we've got Zakaria, we've got Ronnie Lopez. We've got some real quality in midfield this season. But the thing is, we need more quality up front. Like we really struggled towards the end of the last season. And you see here, Fernando Llorente is on a 6.2. He's obviously not having the best game. Vincent Sierra picks up the first yellow card of the game. We're at 60 minutes now. I think I'm going to bring Ronnie Lopez on up front and put him on, he's best as a trucketista. I'm not really sure what that does. He's basically an attacking midfielder. So we're kind of playing without a striker now because Fernando Llorente is playing really poorly. But that's why we need a new striker. Thierry Pfuma is nowhere near good enough. We're into the 75th minute now, and it looks like it's going to be 0-0 by the looks of things. Yaya Touré is a little bit tired. We'll bring on Gomelt as a deep lying playmaker, push him from defend to support, just to give Sierra a little bit more going forward, a little bit more support there. We're into the last 10 minutes now. There's been one highlight of this game, that shot from Sierra, and it looks like it could finish 0-0. A very boring first game of the season. There's a chance here, Coleman, to Delafeu, to Lerma. I really hope we don't concede here, to Gary Cahill, I believe. And Callum Paterson has dived in there. It looked like quite a nasty challenge. Hope that's not going to be a red card. It is. It's his Swansea City debut, and he's been sent off. That's not the best start for Callum Paterson. Then what shall I do? We'll put Cork there, and then we'll move okay, we'll just put Cork there. Do we have a right back on the back? Move Bruno there, and then take Cork off for Dennis Zakaria in the centre of defence. There's only 1 minute left, so as long as they don't score from this free kick, we should be okay. Delafeu's over it. He strikes it. It hits the wall. I'm hoping we can hold on for the next 40 seconds and not lose his first game of the season. He goes into the box. Congolo with a strike. It was a great save by Fabianski there. It was a great strike as well by Congolo. Delafeu with the corner. It goes in. It's headed. Oh my word, that was close. Gary Cahill, I think that was. And we're into the we're gone 92nd minute now. We've played the 2 minutes. That should be it. Fabianski up it goes. Scherp can't get there. Gomelt's got it. Maybe a chance for an attack. Ronnie Lopez has got it. He's tried to play it through, but the full-time whistle's gone. It's 0-0 in the first game of the season. It was a good performance, I'd say. That's a solid performance. It's what we were looking for last season. Patterson is a pretty bad tackle. Yeah, Nigel Gibbs advised you that Patterson was dismissed for a bad tackle. So we're gonna have to issue him a warning because that was quite poor. Llorente has been where is it? Does it say how many? 17 matches without scoring a goal. Not the best from Llorente. That's why we need more strikers. I want to see what Spurs did. They beat Liverpool 7-0 on the opening day of the season. Romelu Lukaku plays for Spurs now. That's only for 20 million they paid for him as well. Excellent. So that's the first game of the season done then. A solid 0-0 draw. A clean sheet. We got what we wanted. Not losing the game. I said before the game we just wanted to not lose it. We're actually the only teams that drew. Monday Night Football, not very exciting for the fans. But I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I hope you like all the new signings. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.